Congratulations on earning your pilot slot in the VTOL VR Navy. Today's lesson will cover how to properly perform Case 1 recoveries in the FA-26 and improve your boarding rate. First, before any flying, we must start in the classroom. Alright, what you're looking at here is the basics of a Case 1 recovery. This green circle depicts what is known as the Marshall stack. We won't go in depth in that because that is typically only performed in military sim groups, and you will learn that through your flight lead. What you need to know for a proper Case 1 recovery is everything from the initial to the groove. The initial should be parallel but offset to the right of the ship's course. The course is also referred to the BRC. In this case, during your initial, your heading should be 270. You should be at 800 feet, 3 nautical miles out, and for VTOL, we use 300 knots. The optimum speed for VTOL VR is 300 knots. As you overfly the ship, there will be a point at which you can no longer see the carrier. From that point, begin a 2.5 to 2G left-hand 180-degree turn. During that turn, you should maintain your altitude, and at 250 knots, introduce full flaps in gear, and nearing 200 knots, you should shallow your turn, maintain angle of attack, and you begin your descent to 600 feet. If you've done everything correctly, you should be in your downwind, on speed, at 600 feet, at the correct angle of attack. Note this speed, as this speed will be very similar to the speed that you should be in your groove. The point at which you should begin your turn inbound is abeam the carrier's round down. Since the flight deck is at an angle, there is a slight angle at the aft of the ship. If you follow this angle all the way out to the point where it looks to be 90 degrees off your left window, this is the point at which you should begin your turn. Beam the round down, enter a 30-degree left-hand bank, and a shallow turn, not descending any lower than 500 feet. As you roll wings level, that is considered the groove, also known as the final. You should listen for your LSO, be on speed, lined up, and angle of attack. That should be rolling through your head as during the final moments before your recovery. On speed, line up, angle of attack. Now that we have looked at everything, let's look at a real pilot performing a Case 1 landing. Alright, welcome aboard this aircraft. This pilot is just now, it seems he's exiting the Marshall stack. Notice he is utilizing the autopilot. There he goes, turning his lights on. He is utilizing his autopilot to maintain his speed and his altitude. This is a good option in order to reduce pilot workload. Notice just above the jettison information, he has his ILS set up. That's what he's displaying now. How to enter it can be another video topic. Alright, starting now, he is entering the initial. He's 3 miles out, about to roll wings level. There he goes. He's low, so he just kicked off his autopilot and he's correcting. And here he is. Correcting slightly, as he misjudged his initial heading. But for the most part, he's flying parallel to the carrier's BRC. He's looking over. Carrier's gone. Count 1, 2, 3. There's the brake. Maintaining his altitude, slowing down. 250 knots. Flaps in gear. Around 200 knots. It's gonna start shallowing that bank angle. Completing that 180-degree turn.
Landing gear.
Just waiting for the round down. There it seems he sees the round down. He's going to enter his 30-degree bank left-hand turn, heading towards the final. Notice he adds power to try and maintain an angle of attack. It's very difficult in this turn, so it's acceptable to be green for moments during this period. You cannot hear the LSO in this recording. However, in this period you would begin to hear calls from him. Alright, pilot rolls wings level. He's now meatball lineup angle of attack. Meatball lineup angle of attack. Keeping that going. Needs to come left a little bit. There he comes. Slight power, it's a little low. And 2-wire. Welcome back. Well guys, this is why we fly Navy. If you learned anything today, well, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great night. Thank you.